I'm going to tell you exactly what it takes to start and grow your business in under 10 minutes. You ready? The 7-step framework I'm about to show you is so freaking simple that anyone can replicate it, from total beginners to 7-figure business owners like me. If you're new to my corner of the internet, welcome. I'm Alex, an award-winning marketer, copywriter, and founder of the Copy Posse, where I teach rad humans how to make more money with modern marketing. You can subscribe to my channel below for show, don't tell marketing strategies every single week, and make sure to ring that bell to be notified when my next video goes live. Now, it goes without saying that building a profitable business takes time, trial and error, and effort. There is no question about it. But it does not have to be complicated or overwhelming, I am telling you right now. And honestly, the more complex you make it, the less likely it's going to work. Ask me how I know. So many business owners tend to overcomplicate this whole making money online thing. They think things like, oh, my business isn't working, so I just need to fix my funnel, or launch more offers, or post more on social media, or run more ads, or hire the right people, or raise my prices, or discount my prices, and the list goes on and on. And sure, all those things might help, but the truth is building a profitable business is so much simpler than that. You simply need to get your offer in front of the customers who want to buy it, period. One product sold to the right people over and over again can make you millions, and all it takes are the 7 simple marketing strategies that I'm going to show you today. In this video, I'm revealing the exact 7-step profit pipeline framework that I followed when I first started publishing videos right here on YouTube on February 13th, 2019. And it's the same one that helped me build a 7-figure brand in 1 year. So let's start with step number 1, problem. Most people think that you should create a product first and then find customers to buy it, but that is so backward. Successful businesses start with the problem in mind first. Now, I'll be honest, I learned this lesson the hard way when I started another business like a decade ago with what I thought was the perfect product, a program teaching people how to stay at hotels for free. The only problem was I didn't really think about who the product was for, and more importantly, why they would want to buy it. And surprise, surprise, this business really never got off the ground, despite the product being really, really good. And after it was all said and done, I had spent tens of thousands of dollars in that business. So instead of asking, what can I create and sell? Ask yourself, what problem can I solve and for whom? The more specific the problem, the easier it is to sell. Moving on to step number 2, research. Okay, so you've got the problem, right? But here's where most people mess up. They assume they know what their audience actually wants without asking them. Look, just because you identified the problem doesn't mean you know the desired solution your audience is looking for or what else they've tried that didn't work. When I first started the Copy Posse, I was determined to not make the same mistake that I had made in my first failed business. So I talked to my ideal customers non-freaking stop. I chatted with them in my Instagram DMs. I had entire back and forth conversations with them right here in the YouTube comment section. I love talking to you guys in the comment section. And I even surveyed them when they joined my email list to ask them literally exactly what they wanted. Then I simply created that exact solution. And because of that, in my first launch ever to a pretty small list of 2,300 people, I made $80,000. Here's the thing, your audience will tell you exactly what they want to buy if you just ask them. They'll tell you their biggest fears, their deepest desires, and the exact words they use to describe their problems. So stop second guessing and start asking. It'll make it so much easier. And step number 3, offer. Okay, so here's something that maybe is going to blow your mind. Your offer is not your product. Let me say that again. Your offer is not your product. Your offer is the promise or transformation that your product provides. It's the bridge between where your customers are right now and where they want to be and what they would pay for to help them get from that A to B. Most people think that they're selling a course or a product or a service, but that is wrong. You are selling a better version of whatever it is your customers want. You are selling the outcome, not the process. When I launched the Copy Posse Launchpad back in 2020, I wasn't selling just an 8-week copywriting course. I was selling you a path to quitting your 9-to-5 and building a 6-figure freelance business in under a year. So you see the difference. One is a product, The other is a promise of transformation. Your offer needs to include these 4 things: the problem your customer is facing, the promise you are making of what is possible for them, proof that it works, and then a price that makes it irresistible. Get your offer right and everything becomes so much easier. All right, moving on to step number 4, funnel. And no, I'm not talking about a complicated 47-step funnel with endless offers and upsells and automations that so many marketers will tell you is the secret to their success. Your funnel is simply the journey your customer takes from "who are you?" to "take my money." And it really doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. For my first 4 years in business, I followed the simplest funnel ever. I would get free traffic from my YouTube or social media like this, drive people to a landing page to sign up for something for free, like a lead magnet. They would opt in for that lead magnet, then they would get some welcome emails, and then they would get the sales emails for an offer related to whatever free thing they just signed up for. That's it. This simple funnel generated millions of dollars in my business for years. Now, I recommend that you map out your customer journey visually like I do, because this will really make sure that all the pieces fit together in a way that makes sense. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to help your customers connect the dots. Step number 5, influence. So here's something that nobody wants to talk about, but it matters more and more in this age of AI. You need to create trust and influence in the minds of your customers, and this all comes down to building a personal brand. And before you come at me, no, I am not talking about trying to be an influencer or posting 7 days a week on social media. We tend to get so caught up in building our businesses and serving our clients and creating products and trying to get results that we totally forget about this one thing. People trust people more than they trust businesses. Remember, your potential clients and customers want to see who you are, not just what you do or what you sell. And one of the easiest and best ways to do this is to simply show up on social media. Being real is what actually influences connection and someone purchasing from you. Showing up is what builds trust. You don't need a huge audience or a ton of followers to create trust. I've actually posted a 10-day Instagram story challenge here on YouTube before, and I even did the challenge day by day with my mastermind members. And honestly, the results speak for themselves. My members saw an average of a 207% increase in views on their Instagram profiles. And if you want to try that challenge for yourself, I will link that video for you right after this one. Just remember, influence isn't about being fake or forced or showing up as some version of you that you think you need to show up as. It's not about creating content or trying to be an expert when you're not. I'm simply talking about being present, approachable, and available when your dream customers and clients come looking, and you better believe they're looking. Speaking of looking, step number 6 is traffic. So let's talk about traffic. And here is what most people get so wrong. They think that more traffic always equals more money. But again, I learned this the hard way. Traffic alone will not get you anything. I've actually had content go viral before. I'm talking about millions of views. And honestly, nothing really happened because those were not the right people. I'd rather have 100 highly qualified visitors to my social media or my website than thousands of random ones. Quality beats quantity every single time. Now, there are actually 3 types of traffic: organic, referred, and paid. Organic traffic is free, but it does take time and effort, right? You have to, consistently and frequently show up on social media to get more free traffic to your offers or to your website. That is exactly how I built my business in the first year. I paid absolutely no money for ads. I just showed up on YouTube every single week with a new video, and I posted that video every single week on social media. That's it. It was simple. Yes, it was more work than maybe just buying traffic, but it was free. Now, referred traffic is when someone else with an audience promotes you in exchange for a commission. Now, while this form of traffic is technically free, it does require relationship capital. And then lastly, if you have a budget, there is paid traffic, aka running ads, which is definitely an option too. My advice here is to start simple and then test what works and scale from there. Once you know what works, then you can put more and more money into your ad spend and bring in a lot more qualified leads faster than free or referred traffic. Step number 7 is profit. Now, this is a big one. Listen carefully fundamentally, revenue alone is nothing but a vanity metric. I have seen businesses doing millions in annual revenue that struggle with cash flow. And I've also seen businesses that are doing like under $500,000 a year that are more profitable than companies that are like 2, 5, or 10 times their size. So here are the metrics that matter more than revenue. Customer value, AKA how much a customer spends with you on average. This is your total revenue divided by the total number of customers you have. Next, customer acquisition cost. In other words, how much does it cost to acquire a new customer? Or how much do you spend on ads for a single new customer? And then of course, your profit margin, or the difference between your revenue and the cost of running your business. If you do not know these numbers, you are not running a business, you're running an expensive hobby that is maybe making money sometimes. And trust me, this again, I've said this a lot, is a lesson that I had to learn the hard way. Just track everything. Because when you track, you can improve, you can optimize. Even a 1% improvement in your conversion rate across your funnel can compound into massive profit increases. Because at the end of the day, profit is what allows you to actually show up more, serve more people, create more impact, and build the business and life you actually want. If you're serious about building a profitable business that actually works today, but you have no freaking idea where to start, then I recommend you try out my free quiz. It'll take just a few seconds, but I'll send you a personalized list of resources to help you build your business based on exactly where you're at right now. You can scan this QR code to take the quiz now, or click the link in the description box below. And if this video helped you think just a little bit differently about how to build a profitable business, give me a thumbs up below and let me know, and drop in the comments which step you're gonna focus on next. I'll see you next week with a brand new video. Until then, I'm Alex. Ciao for now. Before you go, if you like that video, make sure to check out this one next. You know what's officially out in 2025? Forced funnels, fake urgency, value stacking like it's 2012. But you want to know what's in? Building trust, creating connection, and thinking like a real freaking human.